High as hell when I'm in the clouds. That's that space shit. Elevated, I'm hella faded.
Hey! Welcome back to Divine Destiny. It is February 5th, and this is going to be a pick a card reading. It was a subscriber suggestion, so if you are subscribed to me and you have a suggestion you would like featured, go ahead and hit the like button. Give me a comment down below on what kind of a reading or pick a card you think would make a good video. If you're not subscribed to me and you have an idea, subscribe, like, and then drop it down below. I'd be happy to go ahead and do it. I really like having these suggestions. I think it's a really great way not only to get kind of the conversation going in the comments and really get to know each other, but to also kind of have a little bit of variety. You know, it's nice to have a lot of different types of energies and readings. So I enjoy that. So thank you for suggesting this so much. Keep them coming. It was a really great idea for a reading. The topic today is going to be, what does my crush think of me? So really cool topic. Should be pretty interesting. These are the choices in front of you. So I want you to, when I leave here, take a deep breath and really just go for whatever one really pops out at you. It could be one, it could be two of them, it could be all three. You know, whatever it is that really resonates with you, go ahead and take that. Maybe you have no idea. Maybe you just want to watch, you know, from beginning to end and pick which one you think is the most resonating with you. Whatever you want to do is fine. There are really no rules with these kind of things. All right, so the first one we have is this really pretty rose pin. It's a gold rose. Isn't that pretty? Very delicate. The second one, it's a Goddess Diana charm that I just dropped. Diana is a wonderful goddess of nature. And finally, it's a little turtle, because turtles are cute, basically. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave these. Uh-oh, here we go. I'm being obsessive compulsive. Here it is. Whatever, I'm not messing with it. Go ahead, take your deep breath. I'm going to leave for a couple seconds. I'm not saying anything so you can really focus. I'll have the timestamps up in my comments when I post the video. I want to thank everybody so much for taking the time to comment, to like, to subscribe. It really means a lot. I'm so excited to go in and talk to everyone. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you have some comments, let me know. All right. All right. Good luck. Okay, pile number one. All right, so if you chose pile number one, you chose the pretty rose. Very, very pretty. It's actually a pin. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I hope you're ready to see what your crush thinks of you. All right, we're going to start off with the angel. The angel tarot cards, and we'll move to my Rider-Waite, and then we're going to try to move my microphone here a little bit. Okay. We'll go to my Rider-Waite, and then we'll finish it off with a healing card. Again, I'm trying to keep these right around 10 minutes a piece, so it's not too hard on my computer to upload. Take whatever resonates with you. Don't worry about the rest. Okay, we're going to get started. So, Queen of Earth. Queen of Earth is Queen of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. She is somebody who loves animals, very warm, very earthy, thoughtful, creative. You seem like somebody who is able to really have your priorities in order. You seem like somebody who, you know, once you have someone in your life, you make them a priority. I think they see you as somebody who's not really gonna like blow up if you're upset over something. I don't think that they think you're very you don't have like a hair trigger. I think they feel very like you're very controlled in a way, you know, and you're able to kind of deal with things that happen, things that come up, and you really can handle them in a very mature and easygoing way. It's a very natural. I think they think that you really let things kind of just unfold naturally, which they like. You know, they also see you as somebody who has like a really good head on their shoulders. They're very they're smart. They're experienced. They see you as able to really do anything you want to. You seem like somebody who's very magical almost, like like there's nothing that they don't think you can do. And do it really well. Like at the end of it, like after you're done doing it, like it'll probably be the best that anyone's ever done it. They really hold you with a lot of high regard. The Empress. Oh, they see you as somebody very abundant. You're somebody who is very creative, very capable of birthing any kind of dream you may have. So if you have an idea to, I don't know, come up with something, some kind of, I don't know what, jewelry line, you know, who knows? God only knows what it is. You know, they see you as somebody who will. And, you know, it's always like stuff you want to do, but stuff that most people will be like, when did you decide that? This morning? But little do they know you've been thinking about it for a long time. It just seems very random, you know? And that's because they know you have so many different sides about you. So they think it's great. You really don't have to put yourself into like a box. You know, you're not really something that can be clearly defined. And I think they really like that. I think they like that you're, they can't quite, and they don't want to put their finger on you. They really, there's so many different parts of you, and you seem to be something that they just keep finding more and more about. It's like incredible to them, because I think that this person is very intuitive. I think they are very easily able to judge other people, like in a, you know, intuitive kind of way. Not like they're judgmental, but like they can get a good feel for somebody pretty quick on just about everything they're about. And I think in a way that is kind of almost boring to them. You know, so you offer this, and it's not to say that they'd be like, once they kind of understood you, they'd be like, all right, bye. But you're not as cut and dry, you know, as a lot of other people. And I think that kind of turns them on in a weird way. You're somebody who really can take time for themselves. They love how much you value yourself, your time. You know, you have your own hobbies. So this is a person, this is somebody who they have their own things that they do. So to be with somebody who constantly needs them, you know, to do things with them, you know, isn't probably going to work very well, because they need their own space. They need to be able to go do their hobbies, to do things on their own. So it's very attractive to them that you also have things that you like to do, you know, so you can become, you can stay separate. You know, it's not that they don't like the whole you're one and, you know, all that. I just think that they very much don't want to lose any part of themselves. And I think that this is something that they really like about you, is that you also have, you know, parts of yourself that you're really not willing to compromise for anyone else. You know, you have hobbies you like to do, and it doesn't matter if you have somebody in your life, you're still going to do them. And that's kind of how they feel too. Like they shouldn't have to stop doing things that they like because they're with you. And you would never ask them to. They see you as very nurturing. You'd be a great parent. They think that you'd be an amazing parent. Just loving and kind and warm. Like you feel like sunlight to them. You know, and anything that kind of touches you, they feel would feel like that. I don't, I feel like they feel like you would let them have a lot of animals. Because you're like loving. So I think that like, if they were somebody to like bring home animals, you know, to like help, or, you know, because they need a place to go, like, or just because they show up. You know, this person might have that in their charts, that animals just seem to come into their life very naturally. And I think that they like that you just might let them stay. Hold on a second. Sorry. I think they think you're very soft-hearted, but not a pushover. I don't get pushover from this at all. I think they know that if it was a no, it would be like, it's a no. No matter how hard they might try. I think you're just, you don't even argue. Just like, no. And it irritates them. Ooh. Oh, you guys have very clear boundaries though, which is really nice. Oh, hold on a second. It's not like they're mad at you, but like they just get aggravated. It's kind of funny. You think it's funny too, and that pisses them off even more. It's not like bad natured though. It's just funny. All right, moving on. I'm already past 9 minutes. Ooh, release. This is another one of those weird things that they like about you. It's kind of, I don't want to say an odd turn on, but a different, that's for sure, because they're like this as well. They see you as somebody who, not that you can move on necessarily easy, but you definitely are somebody who can keep going. You know, you are not, I don't think someone who's going to like really let anyone or anything kind of stop your life. You find the strength to move on, and you do it almost in a way that's very noticeable, I guess would be. And they kind of admire that. They're like that too. You know, they really are. They don't. It's almost like they like that they don't have that hold on you, I guess, like in a, like that it wouldn't ruin their lives. They like that. They, you know, I think that they have this, I think this energy about them that's very, it's not done from a ego point. You know, it's not like, all right, well, they don't want me, I'll move on, fine. Like, it's not like that. It's, I don't know, it's more of, but so, you know, like, things aren't working. It's, you know, you accept them for what they are, and you move on. It's, they like that, you know, they can't destroy you. Not that they would want to destroy somebody, but I feel like they can be very persuasive when they want to be. And I think how you are is very refreshing to them, because all that kind of goes out the window with you. And they like that. You know, they like that you really can't get, I don't want to say dominated, but I mean, they're not able to mold you like they may have been able to with other people. And they like that. You know, you will always stay what you are. They see you as very strong-willed, very able to bounce back. And not only bounce back, but to bounce back in a way that's, it's even, you're even better, like, than before it happened. And they agree with that. They have that about them as well. They're able to take anything that happens and kind of turn it into, you know, a lesson and to learning, and they see that in you as well. Ooh. It is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is work, work, work. They see you as somebody who is not afraid to work. You are not afraid to work for what you want, your goals, your dreams, your desires. You're not afraid to put the time in. You're not afraid to put the effort in. And it's consistent effort. See all his pentacles? They all look the same. Because no matter what pentacle, whether it's number 2 or number 8, he's putting the same amount of care and diligence into each one. They feel that you're very focused at the task at hand, that you, when you look at something, when you're working on something, you're very much focused on that thing. So it shows them that you're very capable of providing attention. You're able to focus on things. You're able to take time on things. These are all things that, you know, mean a lot to them. You know, not so much, this isn't like a, you probably work, like I feel like you do work a lot, but it's not, that's not what this is. This is like, there are more qualities, not about your actual work. You know, they like that you exhibit qualities that are very stable. They're very dependable. They find it very attractive that you're able to be so consistent. You know, I don't think that they want to have to guess a whole lot when it comes to relationships. They don't, you know, they should be very transparent. They feel they should be very upfront, you know, it's, and they feel like what they would get from you is exactly what they would get at any given time. Very consistent, but willing to really go the distance. No matter how many pentacles he's having to make, he's going to keep at it. Oh, oh. So 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is like super happy, number one, longtime family. Just everything's perfect. You're really everything they've ever wanted. Like the whole 9 yards. You got, you know, there's the rainbow. It's emotionally it's very strong. You know, I think you give them a certain type of emotional security that they may have never had their whole life. And you really offer that to them on a very deep level. They feel that that you are someone that can really, not only that they can have children with, but that they can kind of equally share a life together. You know, side by side. It's very equal. It's very, you know, everyone's giving 100%. They would be very happy with you. They see themselves being very happy with you. They also see that like when they're with you, like when they're finally with you, that's it. Like it's almost like a big thing. Like obviously it's a big thing, but like to them it's like, it's almost like opening a new book, like to start a new book, you know, and anything before really, they're just not there anymore because they're really committed. They're very committed to you. Oh, sweet. Right, where's mine? There it is. Ooh, Archangel Michael. I love him. One of my favorite angels to work with. They see you as someone very strong, but not, I mean, yeah, I think they're very attracted to you, like in a, maybe your arms are sexy or your shoulders or something sexy to them. But they also see you as somebody who's very spiritually strong, very, I hear heaven sent. They feel you're very heaven sent. That's sweet. Oh, that's sweet. They feel you're heaven sent to them. They really do. They think that you're just, they think you're just everything. Strong, truthful, honest. Just an all-around great person. Like, almost unbelievable. It's almost suspicious to them in some ways. You know, it's kind of like, they're so wonderful. You know? It almost seems like, how is that possible? There has to be something, yeah, right? But I think even if there was something, it still wouldn't be anything. I just don't think they'd give a shit. They'd be like, well, so that happens. You know, I don't think it would be a deal breaker. I don't think, you know, any kind of chink in your armor, I don't think they would look at it that way. They're either going to think it's cute, or they're going to think that it's just, that's just you and they love it anyway. Like, there's no, you just seem amazing. That's sweet. Well, congratulations. They like you too, a lot. I hope that was able to help you. If you need more help with this kind of stuff, go to my website, DivineDestinyTarot.com. Order a reading. I would love to help you through this. I know it gets kind of difficult and things get crazy, but I can help if you let me. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. I really hope that this resonated with you guys. Really a super great person. They really like you a lot. I think that you really are somebody, somebody to them that they can like spend the rest of their lives with. So if you're not together right now, maybe it's because they're, I get the feeling that they're still kind of closing things up. They're, you know, tying up some loose ends. Maybe they're working on themselves, or, you know, they're trying to finish things. I think because they see how serious you are with what you would be to them. So there you go. All right. Hi. All right. Pile number 2. How are you? If you picked pile number 2, you picked the Diana charm. She is the goddess of nature, wild animals, the hunt. Absolutely amazing goddess. If you don't know about goddesses, look her up. She's pretty great. All right. So we're going to start with alright, sorry. Just like, it's funny, it's like completely from the last one I did. It could have been a lot like the first one, but you know. Anyway, we'll get into it. I'm going to try not to look at all of them. Alright, so we'll start here. 5 of water or 5 of cups. You know, I feel like maybe you guys had tried before. Maybe you both kind of wanted something, and I feel like they think that it didn't turn out how they wanted it to. I think they saw a lot more potential, and when it ended, it kind of blindsided them. Like, not in a, I think I don't know, it's really weird. It's like a weird, like they knew something was off. They knew something, like it just wasn't. I think they understand now the need to kind of how it ended. Because it really did end before like too much damage could be done in a lot of ways. And I think that's very positive. Because it's not a deal breaker then. Because they're really at this point in their life where they're just like if it was over for a reason. And good luck to you. Like, but with you, the fact that it didn't end in a certain way, I think almost would almost allow them to consider something else with you. I think they were hurt because instead of talking, instead of being honest, I think they kind of feel that you I don't know, it's really which is funny because the more I get into it, it didn't, like it ended, they got hurt. So why are they still willing to try again? Because they wouldn't with other people. They almost felt betrayed. Like it's like very Three of Swords. Like like they were shanked or something. And then you just walked away, like, and you left. And they just like bled out on the floor and that was it. And not a word from you. So there's that. So they were hurt over something. I'm hoping that you know what the situation was. And I don't know if this is because of that or this is happening while that was happening, but it's Five of Fire, and it's Five of Fire is 5 of Wands. That's like a lot of things going on at once. I feel that you ended up really not being a priority of theirs. They felt they weren't a priority. They felt that they were having to compete for attention, and they're not about that. Like, whatsoever. If they're having to like prove to you that there's somebody that you should be putting time and energy into, you can go fuck yourself. Because that's not the kind of person they are. They have they have so many people that would that would love to be with them, that would love to, you know what I mean? I think they see it as like, I'm not going to jump through hoops for somebody. I'm just not. If you really, something happened, you wanted to walk away, okay, but okay. I think that they think that there was a lot of a lot of things going on behind the scenes that they necessarily didn't know about, which they might have known about. Again, I feel like they felt like your timing was off. Like you both, there was no way it could work like at that time. So maybe that's why there's kind of like that openness left in it to them, is because they kind of wonder if it's just because it wasn't the right time. You know, despite everything that happened, I think they might think that there's a reason for it all to happen the way it did. You know, I don't really sense, I mean, at the time, definitely, I think it was very upsetting. I think they were very upset. Now I think that they're able to look back and kind of see, you know, just how not right the situation was in its totality. You know, it really wasn't the time for it. The Magician. They see you as powerful. You are magical. You are somebody who can kind of do whatever you want. You know, and you do. You do things that allow you to love to live. You know, and I think they really appreciate that about you. You know, they have that same outlook on life. You know, that life should be magical, life should be an adventure, life should be fun. And they see that in you, and that's a very important quality for them to find in another person. They really, like, while they do have this part of them that's, you know, a couple of kids, picket fence, you know, definitely they'd be a great parent. They do have another part of them that's very, they need to have fun. They need to. They are here, yes, if they have children, they're here to raise those kids and take care of them. But that's not the only thing they're here to do. They're here to experience things. They want to travel. They want to do things. You know, they really want to maximize all the time they have here in this time space as much as possible. And they see that you're the same way, and it's like a turn on to them. It really is. That you would be somebody that they could have just like a magical, excellent adventure with all around the world. And, you know, it's a really great way to look at somebody, to look at someone as if they're magic. And that's how they look at you. They look at you as you're just like this incredible, just magical thing. You're like, ah, you're their unicorn. How funny is that? Yeah, elusive like one, apparently. Yeah. They think you're something sacred in a way. It's incredible to me, you know, because they were very hurt. But how they honestly feel about you is, it's almost very unconditional. You know, it's, no matter what happens, or, you know, it's going to be very unconditional, the feelings they have for you. And I think they've come to terms with that. Yeah, they have. Alright, and the reason is because they know what you are. You are past life. You are so many lives together. Just, Oh my gosh. They know. What does your crush think of you? Your crush thinks a lot of you, but I think they know that what you are. Like, I don't know if they're very, I feel like they're very spiritually inclined, very intuitive, psychic. And I think that they know that you are something special to them. You are something that has continued and will continue forever. Like, there's just no, it's almost like you're just intertwined in a way that's used to be very scary, I think, to them. But it was almost like, because I don't think they like having to need or want people. You know, I think they're used to other people being like that to them. So for them to have to be like that to you, it's kind of like my heart's going like up. It's anxious. Like, it's like, ugh, I like them a lot. You know, it's and they're really very, they don't, it's like trying to feed a wild animal, you know, like you just kind of stay there and then like they'll slowly come out and like look at you and then you try to come out and like take the food. That's, it's funny. It's like they were scared of you. But I think that they know, I think that they've, at least now, they know certain lives you have had together. They know how they have ended. I think that they have a lot of idea on what you two are. And I think it's comforting to them now. But back here, when this was going on, that scared the shit out of them. They see you, obviously it's just perfect because this is a card of Leo. So, congratulations, you are amazing, right? They see you as warm, they see you as friendly, kind, enthusiastic, motivational, supportive, just genuine, just really energetic and warm and just friendly. They really see you as somebody who kind of lights up their day. Like there's, no matter how mad they are, you know, no matter how crappy a day they've had, like you will always make them happy. You will always, even when they're mad at you, which happens. It's funny. I kind of had the same feeling with the first pile too. It's like this weird, I don't know. I don't know if it's like they like to be mad at you or they like to, I don't know if it like spices things up or keeps things interesting maybe. But they want to sometimes be really mad at you. They want to. And they can't. And I think that irritates them. So it's not necessarily you that irritates them, it's them that irritates them because they can't do what they usually have always done. Because it doesn't work with you. But in a weird way that turns them on. Good luck figuring this one out. Very, and I can say that because I'm, you know, I understand. Good luck pinning this one down, you. They see you in a very sunshiny, wonderful way. Very positive, very optimistic, very hopeful. Just a really incredible way to see somebody. Ooh, trust. So this is a healing card, and sometimes it would be what you might need, but I kind of feel like the healing energy that this trust card has is kind of how they feel about you, not as in what you both need, but I think it's already there. And I think it's something that they really, they can't explain it, because I don't think that they've trusted a person maybe ever honestly, completely in their life. Completely honestly. I don't think they've ever trusted anyone. But they trust you, which is scary to them, because that gives you almost like a power they feel over them, where you really could hurt them because they trust you so much. Or at least that's how they did feel. I think now it's more of a, now that like the dust has settled, I guess you could say, I think they feel more it's something that they can depend on anymore. They really have grown to find it very comforting how much they can trust you. And while it used to be something that really held no space for them in their life, like they really, it didn't matter if they trusted anyone because they didn't need anyone. It matters now. It definitely matters now. So they think very highly of you. But they do think that maybe if you guys had tried it before, maybe it just wasn't the right time. But they see a future with you. They feel there's a real reason why you were in their life over and over and over again. So I think they're kind of willing to wait and see what happens. I think they kind of look at what happened before almost now as a bit of a blessing, because they weren't ready, and they know that. They know they were not ready, and it's, I don't know if you knew that, or you wanted it kind of to happen the way it did because you knew, but they're happy it didn't happen then, because I think they know it probably wouldn't have turned out so well. So they obviously love you. You guys have been through something, but it's definitely not a deal breaker. So there you go. If you need any extra help, go to my website, DivineDestinyTarot.com, order a reading. You can find out a little bit more about the person if you like. I'm here to help. All right. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you felt about this one. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, pile number 3. He chose the cute little turtle. Just neat. He's got, like, I don't know if you can see these little stones on him. I just thought he was cute. Anyway, are you ready to see what your crush thinks about you? The first 2 have been crazy. The first one lasted probably about 10 minutes. So right around where I want to keep it. The second one, I'm just looking now, ran way over, but that one, some stuff had gone on. Weird though, because the first, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people who pick one might pick two as well, just because it seemed almost like the same energy. So I'm interested to see what this energy is like, if they all kind of tie together, and then I'd like to see who all got that same feeling. So if you watch the whole thing, if you watch, you know, 1 and 2 and then this one, let me know if you kind of picked that up too, because I kind of felt like there was a lot of similar energy with 1 and 2. So I'm really excited to see what this one's going to be. All right. Okay. Wow. I'll peek at the other ones. Yeah. So I really think this is probably going to be one that's also weirdly connected. So I can't wait to see who all else has watched, you know, all of them and kind of felt all of them as well. It'll be interesting. All right. 5 of Earth. 5 there is 5 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite Tarot. That for me is my Sanctuary card. What does that mean? That is, Sanctuary is a place you go to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel warm, to recover from the elements, to really recharge. You are their sanctuary. Like, they really, you know, and even if you guys aren't together, I feel that energetically they very much will almost imprint themselves on you, kind of like they lay on you. They lay on you, and just that's their way of calming themselves. It's like a snake out on a road. It's just kind of like sitting there, like recharging in the sun. That's what you feel like to them. They love to feel you. Like, they're honestly their favorite thing. So I know this person is very intuitive. I would not be, you know, they're an empath. They're a lot. They definitely understand energy. They understand healing. And they look at you as somebody who's very just healing to them. Like, they really, you are their favorite place to be. Like, it doesn't matter where they've been in the world. It doesn't matter. If you're there, that's where they want to be. Just the sheer energy that they get from you. It's like such a, it vibrates with them in a way that really, it makes them like melt. Like, they just want to lay on you like a cat. Like a cat will come and lay on you, just like, that's how they want to lay on you. Just sit there. They'd be fine not doing anything. Just sitting on you. I think they see you as a refuge. Like a shelter. And I think that's something you really had to overcome. Again, just like the last one, I really think that there's something like they didn't like having to almost admit that something outside of them really did make them very happy. You know, they were like I can do it on my own kind of, well, fuck them then, you know. To admit what you are, or at least what you make them feel, I think was not easy. But now that they have, like, it's not a problem anymore. Like, so if you ever feel like all of a sudden out of nowhere, like something's on you or hugging you, or that's them. I mean, really, it's like something happens, you are where they run. And it's not because they think you're going to fix it or save them, or it's not. It's almost like just being near you makes them feel like themselves again. Like it doesn't matter what's going on because things make sense at that moment. Like when they're with you, things make sense. In that energy, things just make sense. It doesn't matter. Their house could be burning down around them. If they're in your energy, that's all that matters. You have an incredible way of calming them. Four of Air. Four of Air is the Four of Swords. That's like my take a break kind of card. Meditate, do something quiet, just kind of take your hands off of it. I think they feel that maybe they just want to let things happen how they're supposed to. Just let things unfold naturally in a way. I think that they there's a decision, but it's not, I don't know. It's weird. It's like they're waiting for something. It's almost like they're waiting for you, or they're waiting for, or maybe you're waiting for them. Somebody's waiting. Just waiting. But it's not like a desperate waiting or like a horrible waiting. Like they're still having fun. Like they're okay. You know, it's, or maybe you're okay, whoever is waiting. But you're just waiting. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you, because of how much they know about energy, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys visit each other, especially in meditation. I think you both know about it too. Like, I think it's something that you can pick up on, or at least it's at least to the point where it's like they pop into your head, or, you know, like, I think you've wondered. They don't seem to wonder, though. I feel like they know. And I think it's because of the sheer magnitude of the feelings and the energy involved, and they're aware of the energy, like, that they know that this is something that you have to be feeling what they're feeling, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Six of Air is Six of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's the lady with the small child, and they're in the boat, and they're leaving. And they're leaving with only what they absolutely need to bring with them. They're packing light, they're only taking what's necessary, and they're moving on to calmer waters. I feel like they want how things are now to end. Because they kind of want to start over. They want to start... They want to start having adventures. They want to start doing things. You know, I think they feel towards you that they're really figuring out what you are to them. And the more that they figure out, the more that they find out, I think it's all the more reason that they want to be with you. Yeah, I think maybe in the beginning when they met you, things were kind of overwhelming and confusing. But now I think that it's definitely taken a different turn. Huh. Alright, so we got the Hanged Man. Now, this is another... The first two readings, I'm telling you, they had like these little quirks about them. Okay, like things that the other person would do that they liked, even though it was kind of like a weird thing to like about somebody. This is another one of those things. You don't chase them. Like, in a way that's like a lot of other people. And while it might be like intriguing, like they like it. They kind of like that you're not willing to bend to them in a way that's expected. You know, I don't want to make them sound like they're, you know, this horrible. They're not. They have incredible manipulative abilities. They know they do, which is why it's so important to them that they end up with somebody they can't do that to. And that really is something that they're looking for. And it really turns them on in a way that they can't do that to you. You know, you are probably the only person that they've met that can kind of like shut them up. And it's a turn on. It really is. Like, because I don't think anybody else would dare tell them no. You know, so they really could. And so it's not like a challenge. It's not like they always could just get what they wanted, in a way. They didn't have to do the work. They didn't have to, you know what I mean? They'd be willing to do it, and you're not like that. They know they can't manipulate you. And they know they're prone to doing that, so which is, they don't want that ever again. They want somebody who they can't do that to. Because I think they're very aware, you know, of these shadow qualities that they possess, and they want somebody who won't bring those things out, because they know they're there. You definitely have an authority about you, you know, that when it's like, you're like, no, it's still a no. Like, they can do whatever they want, they can pout, they can, like, it won't move you. Superficial, you know, whiny little baby stuff won't move you. Doesn't work on them. That's not to say that I don't think that if it was something they really felt truly about, that you wouldn't, you know, be willing to work with them. But I think you're somebody who would really have to have a reason, and a good reason, to bend on how you feel. So the majority of the time, it would just be you being like, no, that's not how it's working. Sorry. They also, I feel like, and this is something that's kind of split. It's something they like about you, but it's also something that they kind of are a little apprehensive about you. They've never had to really make the first move. They've never had to, people always came to them. They never had to really make an effort, you know? People just naturally would gravitate towards them, so they didn't have to. And they like that. But you're not like that, which they appreciate. They appreciate that you're not going to chase them. They appreciate that you're, you know, not going to spend your days, you know, running after them. They appreciate that. But at the same time, I feel like they have like a, because I don't know if anyone else have ever made like a list of your perfect partner. And, you know, you've put all the qualities and things on that list. And I think that being able to man up enough to make a move that's important to them. Now, it's a fine line that walks, because too much to one side, you know, you're chasing them, you're, you know, smothering them, but too much to the other side, they think you don't give a shit at all. And they need someone for them that they know when things get hard, when things get tough, like they can really, no matter how afraid they might be, they can rise up to the occasion. That they can man up and be, you know, they can be that guy, or girl. So it's important to them that that line is kind of walked very carefully. Because they don't want someone, you know, that will just do whatever they say. But they do want someone who will make an effort for them. And if they feel that there's no effort, they're not even going to waste their time. Because they definitely have been in situations where they've put in more effort, and I think that they now have like red flags over that. So if there's like, you know, a flag on the play, you know, and the guy isn't, or the girl isn't willing to, you know, make the effort, I think that's a very serious kind of, ooh, they're not willing to really step up. You know, and when, you know, you're planning a future with somebody, that's important, you know, because maybe you want to have kids. You want to, you know, you need to make sure that they're, no matter how difficult or, you know, they're willing to step up to that, because it's scary. You know, and if you can't even step up to say something to them, I think to them it almost feels like, what else won't you step up to? And they just don't have time for it. So again, they appreciate certain qualities about you, that you can't be manipulated, you aren't going to chase them. That's wonderful. But don't push that so far that they feel that there's no future with you, because you're just not willing to step up and prove to them that you can do things. I think they feel that Seven of Wands is very defensive. So one of you, or both, is defensive. Almost like they have to do things on their own, you know, don't help me, I can do it. Which are great qualities, but it's all out of fear. Whatever this is, this even this, I think, probably could be traced back to some sort of something that happened that they're like, you know what, that's going to be a hard no for me. So when I start to witness these things, it's done. We're not even going to try going forward. Maybe, oh, they feel that you blocked. Did you block them out? What did you do? Like you closed off from them, and there was like no, Did you show them a little bit too much how you don't need them? Because they remember. And it's something that's very, see, I really wouldn't be surprised if all these were connected. Because again, it's something that really cut them kind of deep. I think they're very aware of energies, and I think that you took yours away in a way. And that, I think, was something, because they know what you are, I think it was something, I don't want to say unforgivable, but maybe unforgettable. You know, it hurt. Like, there was so much, and then just like a wall. And they're like, what the fuck? Okay? You know, because you don't love someone one day and then the next day you don't. So, I mean, that is something I think, I don't know if you intentionally did it, but it happened, and maybe it's the other way around. I feel like they feel that you really took your energy away from them. You left them in a way. And now they're defensive. Like, there's really no other way to put it. I think they're very defensive about, you know, you doing that again. Because they really don't want to waste time. They don't want to waste energy. They don't want to waste time. They don't want to waste years of their life. You know, with somebody who's just going to be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And leave. Without an explanation. Just gone. You know, and it's, I don't know. They feel defensive about it. But celebration, they do celebrate you. They do think that you're absolutely amazing. You know, you're just a wonderful thing to them, despite everything that's happened. You know, you're like hitting the lottery to them. Really something that you just want to just be so excited about, and just, you know, thankful. They really love you. Despite what happened. I guess that would be unconditional love, right? So that's a really great thing to have someone feel about you. All right, I hope this is able to help somebody. I'm looking now, it kind of like ran weird. I think the first one only lasted 10 minutes, and then, who knows, My times are all messed up. Again, it's going to be a really long video. I'm trying, like, I don't know how to stop myself from talking so much. Anyway, let me know if this resonated with you. Let me know if you kind of also watched the thing and thought it was maybe all connected. Maybe it's just me. Really, really good idea. If you have another idea for a reading, let me know. You need to subscribe to me. I'm only going to take subscriber submissions. So if you're not subscribed to me, I'm not going to do the reading. I'm not going to do the pick cards. So if you want a specific one done, you really need to subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you would like me to do, and I'd be happy to do it. Other than that, please keep commenting, keep liking, subscribe to me so you can see when I upload these videos. They're going to be kind of, you know, as I get them, as I feel like doing them. So just, my energy is very authentic and calm, you know, that way I'm not like forcing myself to do a reading or, you know, because I want to do this. So that way, if you're subscribed and you hit the bell, you can kind of know when I upload something, because it's not going to be always on schedule. You know, it's going to be when I'm feeling good enough to do a really good reading for you guys. You don't want me to be not into wanting to read, because then the energies are off. So hit the bell icon. I'm so excited that you came to watch this. All right. I hope everyone has a really good day.